Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Crypto Riz. Go over a little bit of news updates today with you, stock market updates, some Ethereum updates, and the Jerome Powell speech. Talk just a little bit about that. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. If you're new here, welcome. Thank you. Hit that subscribe, hit that like button. And let's hop right into this. We'll start off with our first article of the day. Let me share the camera, or I'm sorry, the screen with you guys. First, we're just going to go ahead and talk about. It's not the right one. I'm sorry. Talk about Jerome Powell and the Federal Reserve. His little speech today. Just an article here from CoinDesk, and really today it was nothing new really going on with the speech. Um, Basically, it's going to be the same. We'll read this just a little bit and then we'll move on. So, restrictive monetary policies will likely be required for some more time, Federal Reserve Chair Powell said in a long-awaited speech. Everybody's been waiting for this. Um, this was held at the annual economic symposium in Jackson Hole, Wyoming. Anyway, he went on to just basically say restoring price stability will take some time and requires using our tools forcefully to bring demand and supply into better balance. And just goes on a little bit here to say Bitcoin was little changed after the Fed chair's speech, suggesting that Powell's rather hawkish comments were already largely priced into the market. It sounds like we expect a 75 basis point rate hike in September. Some are speculating 50. My personal opinion, and it's just my opinion, I think we'll probably get to 75 basis points in September. Um, so it shouldn't be any drastic effect on the markets and stuff like that. As they say, the price is already pretty much baked in for the most part. So really, his we've been waiting for this speech, and it kind of was a big flop, really. I mean, nothing more informative than what we already knew. It's like what they say, a big nothing burger. So, um, so this morning when I was checking around and doing some research, the markets were pretty much flat prior to the speech, and everybody I think just anticipating to hear what he was going to say and if there was going to be anything shocking or whatever. But anyway, pretty much anytime Powell speaks, the markets go up or they go down, or always something. But anyway, well, shortly after his speech, we can see that the Wall Street sell-off accelerates. The Dow slid 500 points after Powell's speech. So it wasn't a good thing. And this just goes on to basically say that after his speech, that the central banks won't back off in its fight against the rapid inflation. So the Dow Jones average dropped 507 points, or about a point, one and a half points initially, seesawing during the Ched Fair's comments. The S&P fell 1.9 and the Nasdaq slid 2.43. This was following what they considered a hawkish speech from Fed chair. So, um, we'll just switch over here right quick, take a look at where we're currently at. Let me just refresh this, make sure these numbers are actually up to date. And yeah, so the Dow's down just about 2%. S&P's down a little nearly, it's 2.3, near 2.5. And the NASDAQ is, actually the NASDAQ has even fallen further since the speech. We're down to 2.86. We're nearing 3% down already. And we're just roughly 12:30 Eastern Standard Time, so we'll see where these markets are going to end up. Looks like they didn't like his speech, so the markets are reacting already. But anyway, so like I said, I really felt it was a a big nothing burger. Not a whole lot of info there. We didn't learn anything new really. So we'll have to wait until September. That's going to be the next big hyped up meeting that everybody's going to be looking forward to see what he's got to say. You know, these markets hinge on what this guy is going to say. So, all right, next thing we're just going to go on here. Binance is to suspend ETH and ERC20 deposits and withdrawals during the merge. Um, Basically, they're just going to they're going to suspend this during the merge when the merge actually happens. Um, and I believe that is, when are we looking? I believe that merge is now suggested around the 15th of September, if I'm correct. But basically, the exchange Binance will suspend deposits and withdrawals of Ether and ERC20 tokens during the blockchain's transition to its proof of stake beacon chain in September. So, um, I've heard a little bit about this already, so nothing to be worried about here. They're just going to hold it off until that blockchain actually, completes and the merge actually happens during that time. I would expect, and everybody's going to obviously expect, especially with Binance, a very solid exchange company, that this will all go right back as soon as that merge takes place. So I don't think anything to worry about here. It's not really big news, but anybody that might be looking to move some ETH or ERC20 tokens around and withdrawals or anything like that, deposits, you might have to wait until that actually happens if you're doing it on that day. Another article here. This one has got me a little more interesting to me. ETH whales move holdings onto exchanges before the merge. Well, it looks like the top 10 Ethereum non exchange addresses have seen an 11% decline in their holdings over the past 3 months, while on exchange whale addresses have seen a 78% increase. Um, Again, this merge date is scheduled for, looks like September 15th. So, normally, when they are moving Ethereum onto exchanges out of their cold wallets and putting them on exchanges, to me and from everything I know in this crypto and what I've seen, is that's a good sign that they are looking to take profits. So this article basically goes on to say here, we can see the flow of crypto onto exchanges generally reflect bearish sentiment and is often done by traders to take a profit by selling their tokens, possibly indicating that wells expect the price to go lower in the near future. But most market people, analysts, and I think it might be the very same, I think about the same. Most of the analysts believe that the merge will be buy the rumor, sell the news event. So I'm looking for, everybody's going to get excited as September 15th gets closer and the merge happens. People are going to FOMO in, they're going to start getting into it. And I believe the whales are going to dump the price. They're going to take their profits and dump that price down. And Crypto Rover here, you can see it's not YouTube, Twitter tweet. I think Ethereum will drop so hard on the merge day. The whole anticipation is getting not bought up on the spot market, but on the futures markets. And he just says, be warned. So we'll have to see what's happening. Guys, be careful. If you're going to be, just be careful with your trades. You know, don't, I wouldn't, don't FOMO in. I don't believe you should be FOMO in, but again, just my opinion, not advice, but don't FOMO in chasing the price. I just got that gut feeling it's going to be a sell off. They're going to take profits and it's probably going to drop right back down. So, and another little thing, let's just talk about ETF again, delayed. So VanEck Bitcoin ETF decision was delayed another 45 days. So by the SEC. So we don't really need to read much into this. We've been waiting forever for an ETF. The United States is falling behind. Uh, I don't know what they're thinking. I mean, so many places are starting to approve ETFs. So hopefully we'll get our act together. And Gary Gensler obviously is definitely not helping us any. So, but Van Eck, the New York-based asset manager firm, is once again forced to wait for the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission to rule on its latest Bitcoin exchange traded fund application. Van Eck, which has over 65 billion in assets under management, submitted its latest spot ETF application on June 24, with the previous deadline for the regulator's decision expiring on August 27th. So it looks like this just came out today, one day before they had to make the decision. And as I expected, they kick the can down the road for another 45 days. So hopefully these guys will get their act together. We really need a spot ETF. It would be great. It would be so good. So, we got to get that Gensler guy get out of there. But hopefully he'll come around. But it doesn't look like it. He's after all of our crypto at this point. So anyway, let's just take a quick market update here. Let's refresh this over, see what's going on. Pretty much right now, everything is going to be kind of down after that speech. It didn't help any. We can see Bitcoin is down to 20,659. Ethereum is down 1573, about 1.35%. Let's see, what do we have that's even up? Binance. Oh, I'm sorry, that's a stable coin, US Binance stable coin. That's not even actually up, it's just showing green and even. Cardano, we're down 1.06%. Also, just remembered that hard fork for Cardano looks like it's going to be happening a lot sooner than we think. A lot of people are jumping on the new nodes, so hopefully that will. It looks like it could happen possibly this weekend, early next week. So that'd be a positive thing at least. So we'll see if that's going to take place. I do actually hold a bag of Cardano. I like Cardano. I think it's a very solid project. Okay, and let's see what else we got here. Dogecoin. A lot of people like the Dogecoins. I have very little. Well, I got a little bit more than that, but um, I just got a moon bag, you know. Let's see what happens with that. I'm sure it's probably a long-term hold. The same way with Shiba Inu. I also hold Shiba. Another moon bag on that, and I just plan on holding it. If it goes to zero, I'm not going to be upset over it. So I don't believe it's ever going to go there. I really don't. Shiba has actually got a lot of stuff going on. They're really starting to ramp up this coin burning. So a lot. Keep up with the news on Shiba. I haven't really kept up with it the last few days. Well, actually, this entire week. Um, I've been kind of behind schedule. This is actually my first live stream this week. And that's pretty much all due, my dog was at the doggy daycare and she tore her ACL in her knee. So she was down for a couple of days and we had to put her through surgery yesterday, actually on Wednesday, and just got her home last night. So the poor little doggy, kind of not moving around right now. She's pretty much drugged out until she recovers. It's going to be a little bit of a process. So anyway, enough about my dog. So we got Polygon. Yeah, Matic there. It's holding at 78 cents basically. It hasn't done a lot of moving, well, actually it's down 3.2% in the last 24 hours. like I said, anyway, the markets are right down. We're down right now. Um, Obviously, every time that Jerome Powell guy seems to speak, normally he never has anything good really to say at this point. So, all right, guys, that's pretty much about all I've got going on. Just wanted to come in, update you guys, and say hello, give you a little bit of news update, a little bit of rundown on what's happening. Um, Other than that, just hit that like button. As I said before, working on getting my office/studio set up so I can stop streaming here in my living room, basically here. So, but we'll get that taken care of, and eventually that will happen, and we'll have a whole new look in here. So hit that like button, hit the subscribe, leave us some comments down below. We love to see the comments. We go from there. And also, if you guys, we down in the description, we have a link for the Ledger. If you guys are interested in Ledger and getting your crypto, which I highly recommend, getting the majority of your crypto off of the exchanges to secure it, and you have control of it. That way, if any more hacks or any other exchanges go down, God forbid, you have it offline and you control it and you won't lose it that way. And a lot of people, it's terrible. A lot of people with all this Celsius and Voyager and Mex and all these other exchanges, going down. A lot of people probably going to be waiting a very long time to get that cryptos and monies back if it ever actually occurs. We'll have to wait and see on that. So we got a link down there. You can get yourself a ledger. Pretty easy to use. And also for you traders out there, we use the Lux Algo for our trading. So if you're interested in Lux Algo, you can check that out in the link down below as well. All right. Other than that, everybody have a good afternoon. And we will talk with you guys later. And we'll see you in the next video.